Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Thursday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your online business. What is happening? So tonight, I'm gonna. It's a special live. Wasn't planned on this type of a live, but I think it's the message is there for sure. Jenny, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So today, I wasn't really present on social media. I wasn't present at all. In fact, I've had phone calls and text messages and chats that I haven't checked, and I haven't returned calls or messages or anything like that. And I want to share with you what I went through for the past 24 hours briefly, and then give you a takeaway. Again, this was not a planned live, but I feel like it was the message. Uh, I needed to share this message. I don't like to talk about this stuff personally. I don't like to, not just on live, but on my personal life either. I don't like to bring up this stuff at all. In fact, I've been known to hide it as much as I can. But I think the message is more powerful. So, because there's power in consistency, and there's magic in like when you want to when it doesn't make sense for you to show up but you still do. There's magic in that. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you. I appreciate it. So I have got some really warm messages. Jenny, thank you. A bunch of people have left text messages and calls, and wondering what the heck happened. Haven't posted anything. I haven't checked anything. So what happened was, last night I mentioned that I had some cramps, some tummy ache. Let's go. And after my live, it got really bad. Okay, it got really bad. Pain probably got to, I would say, 11 out of 10. So it was really bad. And like I said, I don't like, man, this is like the first time. Hmm, okay. Um, hmm. So it got really bad. I'm gonna share a few things. I'm not gonna share everything. It got really bad, and I ended up in the restroom about 3 a.m. and it was a mess. Up, down, left, right, everywhere. Right. So I'm telling you, when I say the pain, this is the most important thing of this whole story. The pain was excruciating. Right. And I ended up like passing out on the bathroom floor. I even hesitated to call 911. I don't know why, but I did. And then woke up somehow about 8:30. Took it. I'm really gonna shrunk this story. I don't like to talk about this stuff. Took a shower because I was a mess, and then ended up in bed, literally in my towel. And I don't remember how. And I woke up at 6 p.m. 6:30 p.m. Like, I don't know what happened to the day at all, right? And I remember I was just praying that I get through this pain, because I've been through pain. I've been through pain, but this was pretty bad. So I was praying that I get through it. Don't want to call anybody, bug anybody. I know I'm going to get lectured about this. I already have. Um, but I just, I'm just that kind of a guy. But the story, okay, so you got a little picture of what happened, right? Now, when I got up today, I was kind of really weak and a mess, and had to clean things up and all that. And I was thinking to myself, I'm like, what the heck happened? I'm like, what happened? right? What happened? And now I'm pretty okay, right? Yeah, I'm gonna get lectured. Yeah, it's funny. What happened, right? I mean, that excruciating pain, the excruciating pain. Um, I don't want to explain it, but it was just excruciating pain, right? And I was in the bathroom, you know, vomiting and going to the bathroom at the same time. This was just a mess, right? And I would break out in just these sweats of, cold, and then switch to hot. But when I was thinking about it today, I was like, what the heck happened? I was praying, all night today. I was praying, and I realized this. And I realized this, you know, sometimes things need to get out of you, but they don't just get out of you. You got to go through freaking pain sometimes in order to get whatever toxins or whatever is supposed to be out of you. You're supposed to go through that pain. That pain, I know it was really bad, and it was just, oh, thanks, Glow Glow. What's going on? Thank you. I know I'm going to get lectured. I know I'm going to get, no matter how much you guys say, I it's just not me. You know, I know it's just not me. Unless somebody lives with me, that's different. Obviously, they'll most likely take action, right? But other than that, I'm not one of those guys to call. Like I would call 911, but I literally didn't even have the. Oh, I love it. I love the comments. Here it comes. Oh boy, this is what I get for being transparent, which is totally okay. Um, but the point is this: you got to go through some serious pain sometimes to get that relief, right? Sometimes the crap that you're going through, I'm telling you, at the end of it, there is relief. I mean, I've gone through serious pain, not this time, just several times. And I'm telling you, there's relief at the end. At the end of that pain, at the end of that cycle, at the end of that whole thing, there is going to be relief. And here's the thing. Here's the other thing I want to thank you, Jenny. I appreciate it. I love all of you guys as well. Here's what I was going to share this with you exactly. You had a feeling because I was just not around. That's funny. I have so many messages from my team, which is, it honestly makes me want to cry, because that's really nice. I got so many messages and chats and stuff, which is really, really cool. But this is what I was going to share with you. There is magic in the power of consistency, because had I not been consistent all this time, nobody would have known like what happened to me. I would have not got a message. Nobody would have called me. I never existed, right? If I posted like once in a blue moon and came live like twice a year or something, nobody would care, right? Why? Because I never made any noise. I never made anything happen, right? So I never was present. But there's that power and consistency when you're so consistent and then you're not. Look at all these love that I'm getting, right? And there's that power and the consistency, because you may think it's not working, but it's working. It's definitely working. It works when it needs to, and it shows up when it needs to. I'm getting choked up. And it's amazing. And here's the other thing: when you're consistent and then you're not, and then at the end of the day, like right now, you show up, there's a whole different type of magic in that, because if I was actually this is funny. I was thinking about it. I'm like, if I end up in the hospital, I got to make sure I take my my stand with me so I can do my live, right? Because that's something that, I mean, I'm just not gonna not do, right? So even when you're like, at the last like seconds of the day, you still show up, then there's magic in that. There's always magic in that, because you could beat yourself up like I did today. I'm like, oh my God, like a whole day when just like I have no idea what happened. Like literally I have no clue what happened. And I didn't drink. It's not like I passed out, you know what I mean? Like I had no clue what happened. So even all that, when you show up at the end of the day, even when you don't feel like it, even if it's for a second, there's magic in that. There's people that count on that. There's people that get a like a um, like a renewed sense of, okay, maybe I can do that too. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, it's not simple. It's simple, but it's not easy to, because I know, because I talk to so many people on the team and stuff. It's not easy for everybody to do a live, right? And I know I get that. Like a lot of people don't want to be on camera, right? Well, I've been on camera one time. Well, not one time. There was a time that I was 116 pounds, and this is about a year and a half ago. I still went live, right? And I looked like crap on camera. I remember looking at myself. I'm like, dude, this guy is all bones, right? I mean, 116 pounds. So still, you show up and you still that the whole thing is still, there's magic in that, because there's people that are in that situation. I'm like, well, I can just kind of brush it off. Then you do it, and then it hits the person it needs to hit. I want you to get that. It's not about hitting everybody. The lives, the messages, the stuff you do, it's not that it conquers them all. You know what I mean? It's not like everybody gets inspired and affected. No, it's that one person that needs to hear this, will hear this. If they need to get what they need to get, they'll get what they need to get. And that's the power and the magic of you showing up even when you don't feel like it. Like I literally don't feel like it. You know what I mean? I'm not even looking forward to stepping on the scale, because I was going to step on the scale, see how much I lost. But other than the morning, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. So whatever it was, it got out. You got to go through some pain, and at the end of it, there is relief. I'll wait for the call. That's awesome. That's funny. That's awesome. Yeah. I know I'm gonna get the people who are gonna watch this. I'm gonna get a lecture and a half, maybe three quarters from them. So it's all good. Bring it. Bring it. Bring it. So with that, man, I had. Let me just leave you with this, because I don't know why I'm going to share this, but I'll probably do it tomorrow. But tonight is the longest night of the year. It's winter solstice. Solstice. And, just a few, right? And yeah, I got to do a farmer story. I was thinking. And then tonight, in like our culture, in Persian culture, it's called Yalda, which means it's the longest night of the year. And they celebrate, and they have watermelon and pomegranate. And normally I do a live on that, and I share with you why it's so special. But I even had plans to have my parents over. They had called several times. Oh, Mr. Azimi was not happy. I never told them what happened though. I said, "Oh my goodness, I'm sorry, my phone, whatever." I just made something up. But I think they know that I'm so like not like me too, you know. But anyway, Mr. Azimi was not. Mr. Azimi Senior was not too happy. But I was gonna do this skit. This is what I was gonna share with you. I was gonna do this skit that is probably gonna be, yeah, the most challenging skit I've ever done. Right? it's 5 people in one skit. And yeah, I was gonna do the skit, and it was about tonight. It was about the Yalda night, and man, I didn't get to do it. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do it belated, you know, skit. But yeah, so I had all this stuff planned. You didn't tell your parents? No, I wouldn't tell my parents. That's fine. I told you I don't tell people. Oh my goodness. I only shared because I wanted to share the power of. I would not share this with people. Like I just don't. Yeah, they figure. Yeah, that's not going to be very cool. Mr. Razimi Senior would not be too happy. That's funny. He was like, I called like several times. I'm like, yeah, my phone, and I don't lie because I just not my style. So I know they can like probably figure it out. They're like, hmm. But yeah, so I don't tell the folksy folks much about anything. I don't tell people about much. I've always said it. I'm very loud, but I'm private. Like I'm pretty private, I would think. But yeah, so what if something happened to you? They would have been devastated. You know what? Something has happened to me like a few times, and they have been devastated. But the issue, and this could be a whole other life, but the issue is, my parents are different. So instead of like being comforting, comforting, they are very lecturing. So, when let's say, for example, if you got a kid that's learning how to ride a bicycle, right, and then he falls, right, and then you go slap him across the face, and you're like, "That's not how you ride. Get up and ride like this," right? So they give you a lecture, right? So I just tune out with lectures. I'm just, I'm not that guy. So I've never been that guy. I'll never be that guy. I just literally tune out like gossip and lectures. And, now if somebody wants to give me a nice criticism or advice or something, I'm all in. If you start lecturing me and you're gossiping and stuff, I'm not even there. I may be physically there, but I'm literally checked out completely because I just don't do that. Yeah, they're still your parents, but I get it. I understand, but yeah, I just won't share. I'll tell you this: when some of you know, I snapped my wrist, right, in Michigan. So I snapped my wrist. I ended up having 2 reconstructive surgeries, 9.5 months of torture, literally torture of therapy, right? And I ended up in the hospital 3 nights and all this stuff. To this day, they don't know. They would call me. I would be in the hospital, and they're like, "How you doing?" I'd be like, "I'm doing great. What's going on? Nothing." So yeah, yeah, it's my problem anyway. I think anyway. Maybe that's a whole other live you guys can do on me, giving me a lecture. But how long have I been talking? Oh my goodness. So with that, hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. Remember, sometimes you got to go through that pain, and pain makes you strong. It puts thick skin on you. Um, you'll be able to get through it. There's relief at the end. That's the message. If you feel like this is worthy of sharing, do what you gotta do. Spread the love. Tag the people here. And with that, I am Sean Azimi with SideGigSean.com, where I help you look, start, and grow your online business. Signing off until tomorrow when we do it all over again. Much love.